Okie dokie, little tiny smokies. This is Miss Hoig again. So we have a couple more examples. So x squared plus 6x plus 9. Well, start to finish, let's do this. I need to write my first term in the lower left-hand corner of my generic rectangle, the last one up here. Now I'm going to multiply my first times last, and I stick that in the top of the generic rectangle. Nope, diamond pattern. And then down in the middle, I'm going to take my 6x. So now I have to think. Freaky fast. What multiplies to 9x squared and adds to 6x? Not 1 and 9. Yep, that's 3x and 3x. So now that I have my two terms, I'm going to take those and I'm going to bring them over to my generic rectangle. These are my two new guys. Hey guys, what's up, x squared? Hey 9, nice to meet you. GCF 3x x 3. So my factored form is x plus 3 and x plus 3. We did it. Okay, and then one more. We've got this. So 3m squared goes in my lower left-hand corner. 3m squared. And my last term is negative 14. Negative 14. I multiply those two together. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 4 is 12. If I add 30 and 12, I get 42. So I've got my negative 42m squared. And my middle term is just an m. So two numbers that multiply to negative 42 and add to 1. Oh, 6 and 7. 6x and 7x. Well, I have to remember, okay, which one's going to be negative? Well, they have to add to a positive, so that means the 6 is going to be negative. So they actually add to a positive one, not a negative one. So I have my two terms, and I'm going to go ahead and plug those into my generic rectangle. So happy that I found those. And negative 6m and 7. Oh my word, I'm going nuts. I wrote x's instead of m's. My bad, everybody. This should be an m. 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 But hey, you guys are flexible. You've got this. Okay, so moving on to maybe when I'm YouTube famous one day and I don't make any mistakes, then I'll go back and fix stuff like that. But till then, we're gonna keep on dreaming. Okay, did I get everything multiplied correctly here? Yep, I'm just doing a double check to make sure everything multiplies in to the correct number on the inside. And I have my factored form as m minus 2 times 3m plus 7. That is the product or factored form of this expression that's written in the sum form. So this would be my standard form, this would this one right here, and this would be my factored form. Awesome. Okay, so I think we have one more. Nope, we have two more. Okay, here we go. 3 minutes in, we're good. So most quadratic expressions are written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. But what if I'm missing a term? What if the terms are in different orders? So let's just figure out if we can actually still use the diamond and the generic rectangle to figure this out. So I'm going to take my first term. Now remember, ax squared, that's the first term. Any number with just an x, that's going to be my middle term. And any term with just an x, that's always my middle term. And any term without an x, that's always my last term. So that means right now with my 9x squared minus 4, that is missing a middle term. No problem. I'm still just going to forge ahead like I just don't care. So 9x squared is my first term, and negative 4 is my last term. No problem. Multiply them and put that in the top of the diamond problem pattern. Easy peasy. Negative 36x squared. Okay. Now, the middle term is not there. So that means my middle term is 0x. But that's okay, because I can still think of two terms that multiply to negative 36x squared, and when I add them, they add to Zippo. Well, that's 6x and negative 6x. Oh my gosh, we survived. It's so good. So I'm going to bring those guys over here, take my 6x, my negative 6x, plug those in. We're good to go. I have my negative 2 for the GCF, 3x, 3x. We're on fire. We're doing great. We got our 2. Huzzah, huzzah. My factored form is 3x plus 2 times 3x minus 2. And you can't even mess with us because we nailed it. Okay, let's try this one. So what if the term is missing? Well, okay, my 12x squared goes here. Now, there would not be a term here. There is no last term. Okay, that's going to be fine. When I multiply those, that means I get a 0 here. My middle term is negative 16x. So I have to think of something that multiplies to 0 and adds to negative 16x. If I want my product to equal 0, one of those things that I multiply better be a 0. So let's see, does this work? 0 times negative 16x does equal 0. Good. 0 minus 16x equals negative 16x. Good. So I take those two middle terms. It was this guy and this guy. And I'm going to take those, 0 and negative 16x. Take out my GCF. Okay. Well, if I take out 4x here, I have to have 4x times 3x would go right here. And then 4x times negative 4. Is everything good to go? I think we're okay. I think they all multiply into what they need to be. Awesome. So our factored form here, that one tripped me up for a second. Maybe I shouldn't be doing math at midnight, but hey, whatever. Okay, so my factored form here is 4x times 3x minus 4, and we did it. Okay, all right, 2 more here. We have our 8. Oh, I see. So remember, my standard form has to have my squared term first. So I'm actually just going to rewrite this into 8k squared minus 10k, and then, plus 3. And that's going to get me all situated. So my first term, last term, multiply those bad boys. We got 24 x squared. They need to add to a negative 10. Oh, not an x. Come on, Miss Hoig, what are you doing? You're leaving us behind. No. Okay, so we have our 24. Okay, 24k squared. Woo! We almost lost it there. Okay, two numbers that multiply to 24 and add to a negative 10. So I know they both have to be negative. Well, what about negative 2 and negative 12? No, because they would add to a negative 14. Okay, what about negative 3 and negative 8? Nope, closer, but no, just no. Okay, what about negative 4 and negative 6? Hey, there we go. We got it. We got a winner. Our -4 and our -6. We got -4x. Nope. K. I will not fall for it again. I refuse. Okay, so -4k and -6k. So I got my -4k here. And I got my -6k. It goes right there. And my GCF. Here we go. 1, 2k, 4k, and 3. Now, when I'm looking back at this, they're not multiplying incorrectly. So if I change this to a -1 and this to a -3, now my products do work. So my factored form of this guy is 2k minus 1 and 4k minus 3. If you've just been watching, you're just zoning out now, you're just writing down what you see, you better pause this and you better do this on your own. Otherwise, you're just not going to have any good practice while you're out there without me, guys. Okay, so, oh, I messed up. So my -100m, that's my middle term. My middle term goes down here. That's -100m. Now, my last term is 40. And remember, I don't have a squared term. If I need to, you guys, you can just write it as like 0m squared minus 100m plus 40. If that helps, maybe that's going to be your thing. So I have to multiply to a 0. Okay. Again, -100m. Got it. -100m and 0. So my GCF here, 0. Now, if I multiply, I have to take out my GCF. Okay. I'm seeing it as a 20 here. Well, 20 times what is -100m? I'm thinking -5m. And 20 times what is 40? 2. So when I factor this, my factored form is 20 times 5m plus 2. Now, I wouldn't write 20 plus 0 for like this dimension here. That's just written as a 20. So that's why I end up with just that. Yay, guys, you did it.